What's up, you guys? Cameron Cornish here, your #1 real estate agent in St. George and Southern Utah. Today, I'm headed downtown. I'm gonna be showing you guys a look around. If you've never been to St. George, I'm gonna kind of give you guys an idea of what downtown actually looks like, what there is, some of the restaurants, and of course, this wouldn't be a real estate page without us checking out some real estate. So I'm gonna show you guys something really cool today. If you like flips and remodels, you're definitely gonna like this video today. So stay tuned, let's do it together, and let's get started. Check this out. I feel like I'm on Mars. All right, you guys, it's a beautiful day out. It's like 69 degrees here in St. George, tad bit windy, but I wanted to take you guys up to the Dixie Rock, because what a better place to start a tour of downtown than the Dixie Rock. It kind of overlooks the entire city. So let's go up there, have a look, and I'll show you guys the view from the top of the famous Dixie Rock. There you have it. I'm literally standing right below the Dixie sign up here on these red sandstone rocks, and right behind me is downtown at St. George. And I just love the history of this city as well. I know if you're probably from the East Coast, you're like, sorry Cam, I got you beat by like a couple hundred years, but it's just cool to see all these buildings, you know, that were built in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and just the history of it all. I love a lot of these old historic city buildings are still, you know, they got that red sandstone brick, and there's a ton of stuff to do down there. You know, the city really has grown quite a bit. There's a lot of boutiques and shopping and even restaurants that are down there right now. I'm going to show you guys around, just some cool places to hang out, have fun. A lot of people come up here and rock climb, kind of see the spikes in the ground right there. So that's kind of where they tie off and they rappel down the side of this mountain right here. It's just a really cool location. Literally that little hike from my car to here took like 3 minutes. But let me show you guys some cool stuff. So there's the famous D, right, for Dixie, that's up there on the ridge. This little kind of strip right there, you can see with those buildings on top, that's called Tech Ridge. That used to be the old airport before the new one was built, right? A lot of the downtown city buildings are right here. A lot of cool history in there. And then you can even see Dixie Tech, the college, from this view as well, right over there. I know it's kind of hard to see. You also have the St. George Temple, that white building right off into the distance. There it is. But just a lot of cool stuff up here, some great views. And of course, you got to appreciate the American flag, right? If you turn around over here, you got some great views of Pine Valley Mountain as well. And like I said, it just looks like a different planet up here. It feels like we're on Mars or something like that, right? But anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go head back down and let's go have a quick tour downtown, check it out, show you guys some really cool boutiques, things that we like to do with the kids down there as well. And then of course, speaking of history, I'm gonna show you guys something pretty cool. There's a home that was built in 1910 that my wife and I visited a few months back, and it's since been bought, remodeled, and flipped. So I'm looking forward to showing you guys that as well. Let's go do it. So right here on the corner of St. George Boulevard and Main, there's quite a few restaurants, right? We call it George's Corner, where you have George's Restaurant. You have the Pizza Factory right there as well. There's a brewery, Zion Brewery, Station 2 is right there. And there's also a local coffee shop called Feel Love Cafe, which if you've never checked that out, you gotta check it out. It's a St. George kind of local spot, but they have a couple coffee shops here in St. George, one up in Ivins, one downtown here. So just some really cool areas right here, a lot of choices for restaurants. And then along this back corner here as well, behind these restaurants, every Saturday morning they do a farmer's market. So if you're ever in town on a Saturday morning, come check out the downtown farmer's market as well. So hands down, if you're gonna grab some lunch, I definitely recommend Pica Rica, Americana Barbecue, some of the best eating in all of St. George, and great menu, by the way. Now, if you're gonna do dinner, I would definitely recommend checking out Wood, Ash, and Rye. Super romantic restaurant, great place to bring your spouse, so keep that in mind. Right above Wood, Ash, and Rye, there's these really cool condos all around here as well. I've had a friend that lived in one of them, and it's like a little studio in there, so they're really kind of cool. And so if you wanted to maybe live downtown, there's a cool vibe. There's even like a lounge up top as well that has a pool. So really cool area over here. This is the backside of Pica Rica, and those are the big old barbecue pits that they grill their briskets in, and they grill it for like 18 hours at a time. So that's one of the reasons why Pica Rica is so dang good. And here's this really cool mural as well of pretty much St. George. You got Snow Canyon, which is like Santa Clara, Ivins area, Pine Valley, downtown St. George, the airport, and there's all the sand dunes going up to Sand Hollow and Zion National Park up there in the corner. Pretty dang cool mural. So our next stop is actually 100 South and Main Street. We're gonna be going to Townsquare. This is actually right next to the Children's Museum, which is a really cool historic building with some awesome things inside. I definitely recommend take your kids. But right here in Townsquare, you have some really cool just military memorabilia and some patriotic things like this. I love that about our city. It's one of the reasons I love St. George, and one of the reasons I'm really proud to be a local here in St. George. But this is a really cool area. When we first moved to St. George, our kids would get restless when we were looking for homes. So we brought them down here, and they would have a blast skipping from rock to rock, hitting the splash pad, and just soaking up the sun. So that's a great place to take your kids. Just this whole area. There's actually even a carousel over there in the corner. So Townsquare is a great place to check out. All right, you guys, you got to check this video out right here. This was actually back in September of last year. My wife and I went to this, super old, creepy home. This was built in 1910. And when we went there, we saw an opportunity for a remodel to do some kind of flip. And honestly, I just didn't see it, you guys. I got the goosebumps when I walked in this joint. I was a little freaked out, just because of the history of it. Not because I saw a ghost or I got a bad feeling or anything like that, right? Of course, those things were running through my mind for sure. But the reason why was because I grew up watching Goosebumps and Unsolved Mysteries, and just about every episode where there was a poltergeist, yeah, it happened in a kitchen just like this, right? Cabinets opening up and things flying across the kitchen right there. I mean, my imagination was running. But my wife, on the other hand, she kept saying how amazing it was, and the opportunity for a remodel, and how just magnificent we could make it. And I didn't see it, honestly, you guys. I thought she was stinking crazy, and so I just kind of wrote her off. But I'm about to show you guys something awesome. This house was bought, it was flipped, it was remodeled. It's on the market right now for $750,000, and this is a good lesson learned, right? The moral of the story: take your wife's advice, right? Always trust her instinct, because she was definitely right on this one. But do me a favor, watch it. Here we go. This is going to be one of the most satisfying things that you see all day, from creepy cottage to charming remodel. Here it is.
All right, guys. Hey, hopefully you enjoyed that remodel right there. That really is flipping done right. They did an amazing job. And you know what's crazy is I didn't even realize that I was in the same home. I was walking around the remodel and I went into the cellar. And as soon as I went into the cellar, it clicked for me, because I remember when we were there the first time, Chelsea had rolled a little toy ball down the stairs and I saw it from the corner of my eye. It freaked me out. But when I went down there this time, it just clicked and my mind was blown, right? Hopefully yours was as well. They did an amazing job in that house, and it was so cool to see the transformation that happened right there. But hey, do me a favor, if you want to see more content just like this, like and subscribe to my channel. And if you are thinking about moving to St. George, do me a favor, text or call me, whatever's easier for you, and we can start creating a game plan to get you down here from wherever you're at right now. Or maybe you're already a local and you live here already and you're looking for a local real estate agent. Reach out to me. Let's do this together. I appreciate you guys for watching the video all the way through. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.